How a life coach can help you. It's an important question. So, how a life coach can help you is in different ways. Let's remember that life coaching is personal development and self improvement. That's first of all to understand. Now, let's talk about the different ways that you can receive benefits from a life coach. Let's start with creating a vision. So, that's one aspect that where I'm at in my life right now is not where I necessarily want to be. So creating this vision of where it is that you want to be is an important aspect. And it's to say that, like there's different approaches that we can take for this subject per se. We can just have a dialogue discussion, brainstorming, and there's also other ways that we can tackle this subject with, hypnotherapy. Let's call it future pacing, where we kind of go into a deep state. And you create this vision in your mind of who it is that you're seeing. And that's kind of the starting foundation of where is it that I want to go and my kind of vision. So that's your vision of your future self, which is a big aspect of kind of understanding where it is that I want to be. Another aspect is accountability. So there's so many different ways in which a life coach can help you with accountability. Okay, let's talk about somebody who's a real situation, somebody who wants to quit smoking, and they have so much trouble on their own. But when they have a kind of like accountability partner, somebody to kind of keep tabs on them and say, hey, how's it going this week? And you're kind of like reporting to that person, not in a kind of like drill sergeant way, but to say that there's somebody I'm going to see at the end of the week to talk about my progress. It's already a big factor to kind of help you, keep yourself in check. So it's like an accountability partner. Another aspect is finding meaning. So when we look for meaning in life, sometimes life throws us different situations that it's so hard to see kind of what was the reason behind that. Life, it's kind of this, ups and downs, hopefully a little bit more ups than downs, but trial and error and difficult situation build adversity. They build character. It's this kind of hero's journey mentality. You'll get more information on how kind of adversity builds character. You're kind of leveling up through each adversity. So to find meaning behind situations is a big important factor where it's sometimes we don't see the reasons why things happen to us, but to dialogue with somebody else and to talk about it, it'll help us to understand kind of, am I the same person that I was before this happened? And what were the kind of benefits of that situation? Yes, we know that it was a tough situation, but I came out the other side stronger from it. Another aspect is mental mastery. So this is so important in life, especially when we're being bombarded with, people with their sales tactics. And again, I'm not here to sell you anything. I mean, you can get my book for free. Yes, I do offer a service, which, that's completely up to you. Like, I don't push this on people. It's kind of that you need to be the first one to take the step because your willingness will determine the results, how far you're willing to go to improve yourself. I cannot kind of do it for you. So going back to mental mastery is to say that, I'm stronger mentally. I can see kind of situations. I can see manipulation tactics. I can see the games that people are playing on me, and I'm more aware of them, and I'm not as susceptible to them as I once was, because awareness is kind of the key in all of this. Once we're aware of the situation, we see it so clearly, and we see the games people play and people trying to like instill fear in us to say like, oh, you can't do this on your own, and oh, you don't know it, and I know best, and trust me, I've been doing this for 20 years. There's nothing like that. It's to say that I need help to develop something, and I'm going to go see Daniel to say, okay, like, how can you help me? That's the first question. And that's why it's all free at the beginning to say like, what are you offering? How can you help me? And I want to give you that to say like, this is how I can help you. And after that, it's up to you. There's no pressure on you. It's to say that I'm stronger, basically, than I was before that I started. Okay, another aspect, support in tough times. Yes, we all go through tough times, especially this post-COVID era where things kind of went a little crazy. We go through tough times in life, and sometimes to talk to somebody about it, I'm not a mental health professional. I don't advocate that I don't do therapy here. But to have somebody to dialogue with, a powerful dialogue, there is so much to dialoguing. There's techniques, there's methods, there's different methods that you can use cognitively. There's kind of this hypnotherapy method where you kind of respond in different ways, you paraphrase back. There's a lot of techniques behind the scenes of dialoguing, but it's all revolved around the same situation, which is to help you understand the situation deeper, better, and at its core, because a lot of what we do is all surface level, where it's like, oh, I want to do this in life. But when you kind of dig deeper, like for what reason, for what purpose, how specifically, you kind of realize that we're missing the kind of foundations of what we're trying to build. So next topic is a reliable support system. This is what we're building here. Like, I am the support system to say that, if you need some help at the beginning, we all need help. It's to say that this is not a lifelong sentence where I want to help you to kind of understand situations on your own. I don't want you to be dependent to say, Daniel, what do I do next? At the beginning, like, of course that we kind of need to work to develop you. But at a certain point, it's kind of like, okay, like now you have enough tools to be confident enough to kind of do it on your own. So this is kind of how a life coach can help you. This is kind of what I do. And I just wanted to put that out there to say like, hey, there's a lot of life coaches out there. And to understand me specifically and to understand what I do here at Level Up Coaching is so important, because you are potentially investing money in yourself and in your personal development and self-improvement. And I just wanted to give you enough. That's what this whole YouTube stuff is about, where you don't need to have this leap of faith anymore. You could get to know me before you even spend $1, my repertoire, what I do, and just understand it better, because I do have a lot of resources at my state. There's a lot of trainings that I did, and I can understand a lot of different aspects to kind of help you understand and get to where you need to get to. So thanks so much for watching the video. Again, book a 15-minute clarity call, visit my website, check out my other videos. When you're ready, book a 15-minute clarity call for free, and let's get to talking. Thank you.